Hi, my friend. I'm Wendy, and you're listening to the Heal and Grow podcast. Recently, I've received so many heartfelt messages from you, sharing how these podcast episodes have helped you get through difficult times and how they've guided you back to peace within yourself. Every time I read your words, I feel deeply moved because it reminds me that what we're creating together here isn't just a podcast. It's a space where small but meaningful changes truly begin. And if you're still on your journey, still taking one small step at a time toward the life you dream of, please keep that energy alive. Before we begin today's episode, let me ask you something. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, how far have I already come? There's a strange paradox in life. Most of us forget to see our own progress. We get caught up chasing what we haven't achieved yet, always looking at what's still missing. We compare the first page of our story to the middle chapter of someone else's, and end up feeling like we're falling behind. We follow in other people's footsteps, and forget that our own path was never meant to look like anyone else's. But what if I'm here to remind you of something simple? You're doing better than you think. If you observe the most successful people, you'll notice one thing. They don't talk loudly about their journey. They don't need to show every step or prove their worth to the world. They simply keep going, quietly, consistently. They're so focused, so devoted to what they do, that they no longer have time to doubt themselves. And then one day, when they look back, they realize that everyone around them has already begun to call them successful. Have you ever heard of the mushroom law? Mushrooms don't grow overnight. Before you see them appear above the ground, they've already spent weeks, months, sometimes even years, growing quietly in the dark. Beneath the soil, the mycelium spreads silently, reaching out, connecting and absorbing every bit of nourishment. No one sees it, no one talks about it, but that's exactly where life truly begins. And then one day, when the conditions are just right, in a single night, the mushroom appears. People are amazed. Wow, it grew so fast. But in reality, it had been preparing for that moment all along. We're the same way. Before the world sees the results, before anyone calls us successful, we've already lived through countless unseen days. Those late nights when you kept going, those moments of doubt when you questioned yourself, those times when you almost gave up, but didn't. You chose to keep going. You chose strength. That's your rooting phase, the season when your growth happens underground. You might feel like you're standing still, but in truth, you're growing, just like the mushroom before it reaches the light. So if you're in a slow season right now, still learning, still healing, still doing your best, and no one seems to notice or give you credit, please remember this. You're not stuck. You're growing in ways others simply haven't seen yet. Your progress is still happening, quietly and beautifully, even when you can't see it yourself. The journey you're on, the feelings you're experiencing, only you truly understand them. And because of that, you don't owe the world an explanation. No one else can walk through your pain for you. No one knows the nights you've spent awake, holding on to a dream that hasn't yet come true. Only you know why you keep going. And only you understand the reason you started in the first place. Sometimes, the world won't understand everything you do. People around you may judge, question, or doubt you, but you don't need to answer to all of it. Because silence is also a form of confidence. It's your quiet way of saying, I know where I'm going, and I don't need to shout to prove it. The more you try to explain yourself to people who don't want to listen, the more drained you'll feel. Every time you try to convince someone who's not open to understanding, you're placing your precious energy in the wrong place. So don't waste your strength trying to prove anything. Use it to create. Use that same energy to build, to design, to bring ideas and value into the world. Let your work tell your story. Let your results, even the balance in your bank account, be the strongest reply you'll ever give. Let your persistence be the proof that you are, indeed, on the right path. People may not understand you today, but one day, they'll see the value you've been creating all along. Just like the sun, it never needs to announce that it shines. It simply does, quietly and consistently, every single day. So instead of exhausting yourself trying to explain, channel that energy into building, creating, and living well. Make every single day a living proof of your growth, because you're not standing still. You're simply growing in silence. And whether you see it or not, you're doing better than you think. There's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson that deeply moved me, and honestly, it changed the way I live my life. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. Your actions matter more than your words. Words can be beautiful, eloquent, inspiring, but if your actions don't align with them, those words lose their meaning. You don't need to talk too much about who you are. Just live right, act right, and stay true to your values. People will feel your authenticity without you ever needing to explain. The moment you stop trying to prove yourself, and instead pour all your energy into doing, creating, and adding real value, that's when everything begins to shift. You don't need to say, "I'm changing." Just start living differently, and one day, people will see a new light in you. You don't need to say, "I love my work." Let your daily dedication prove that for you, and you don't need to say, "I'm strong." Let the way you rise, again and again, after every fall be your quiet testimony. True strength isn't loud. It's choosing to stay gentle even when life sends you its toughest lessons. And maybe that's the deepest kind of growth, when you don't have to say a single word, yet the peace within you can still be felt by everyone around you. Before we wrap up today, I want to ask you something. When was the last time you let your actions speak louder than your words? And today, what's one small thing you can do to move closer to the best version of yourself? If this message touched your heart, leave a comment or share this episode with someone who might need to hear these words tonight. Because giving, even a little, is one of the most beautiful ways to spread your inner light. Thank you so much for spending this quiet moment with Heal and Grow podcast. And don't forget, you're doing better than you think. Have a peaceful night, and I'll see you again tomorrow.